Now, on today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a teacher. Now, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subby, thank you very, very much. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you. Let us grow our family. But anyway, without further ado, the first point I want to talk about that I feel it is so overwhelming, it is admin. When it comes to teaching, guys, you don't just come to work, teach, and go home. There is so much paperwork that we do besides from teaching. So with teaching, you have to plan your lessons. You have to write down your lesson plan, what you plan to teach the learners. You have to get your activities in order, what you plan to give the learners. You need to assess the learners' works. Assess the learners' work. You need to assess their homeworks. You need to assess their classwork. When they write a test or an examination, you have to mark their work. After marking their work, you have to do an analysis so that you can see which concept learners struggle with the most. After doing an analysis, now as a teacher, you must write your own SIP. It's called a SIP, Subject Improvement Plan. So meaning, what is your plan for your subject to improve the results that the learners receive? Like, there is so much admin, guys, that we do. And then another thing, as a teacher, you need to have your own portfolio, your own file, where you file everything, all the things that you do with the learners in the classroom. You need to file them in your file so that you have evidence of the work that was done in the classroom. So there is so much admin, but it's doable. It's doable. You just need to manage your time properly so that you are able to finish everything. Okay, and then the second point is that you must, if you think you can be a teacher and be a businessman and do 1, 2, 3, yes, there are some people who can do that, who can balance the two, be a teacher and a businesswoman, a businessman on the side. But guys, teaching takes up all your time. Teaching is like a lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. You are a teacher. That's what you are. Because when it comes to teaching, guys, when you knock off, you can't leave everything behind. You have to take your work home because you have planning to do. You have marking to do. You have so much work that you have to do. We also have deadlines. So if maybe learners wrote an exam or a test, we are only given 3 days to mark. And after 3 days, you must submit every single thing. You must submit the learners' results. You must submit a subject improvement plan. You must submit an analysis within a space of 3 days. So if you think that being a teacher, because we knock off early, then we go home and relax, child, no. We don't go home and relax. We go home, and when you get home, maybe we'll just relax for like an hour or so, and then after that is back to work. So like teaching, it just takes up all your time. And the reason why I'm saying this, I remember during Corona, the schools closed for like 6 months, nah? And when the schools, during that period, I decided to learn a skill because I was bored at home. So I decided to learn a skill, to learn something. So I attended classes where to become a nail tech. Yes, I love nails. I loved nails. I still love nails. But yes, I attended classes. Please don't look at my nails. They're horrible. I attended classes to become a nail tech. It was 10 lessons. Shame, I mastered the course. It was brilliant. And after that, I bought equipment, full kit, because I had told myself that, you know what, I will be a teacher, and then after school, when I knock off, I will do nails. Mind you, at that time, there was no school. It was 6 months off, no school, Corona, lockdown, nothing. So in my head, I thought it would be doable, that it would be possible for me to tackle the two. So fine, I bought all the equipment. I started working. I got clients. I got lots of clients. I was so surprised. But yeah, thing is, I'm a creative, so I trust my work. And yeah, when it comes to creating art, guys, yeah, I'm obsessed. But anyway, so when the schools reopened 6 months later, I came back to work. Fine. I carried on doing nails over weekends and after school. But then as time went by, I saw good to know I was starting to fall back on my actual work here at school. So I decided, you know what, one must die. I decided one must die, and my friends were actually saying that I should leave teaching and focus on the business because the business was blooming, guys. It was doing so well. But then I was like, nah, I think I love my kids. I love my babies at school. So I decided to take a break. All right, and then the third thing I want to talk about is results. Guys, you are accountable for the results that your learners get. You are not allowed to say that the learner was not cooperating in the classroom or the learner was refusing to do his or her own work. When the learner fails, you must account as to why did that learner fail. I guess you are the teacher. So it's your responsibility as the teacher to ensure that all your learners pass. No matter how problematic they are, you must ensure that learners pass. So if you have to go account, you can't be writing excuses there saying, no, this learner was bunking class, this learner was doing 1, 2, 3. No, you are the teacher. You can't put any blame on the learners. So yeah, it becomes frustrating when you're giving learners work and then they refuse to do it because you know at the end of the day you are going to have to account to why those learners did not perform well in your subject. So yes, that's another point to think about. And then another thing that you must know when you become a teacher is that you are not Albert Einstein. You are not a walking dictionary. So don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay not to know some things in the classroom. When learners ask you, it's okay to say, I don't know. And if you're allowed to use your cell phones in your classes, you can just take out your phone, Google it with the learners and find out what the answer is. I remember when I started teaching, I'd become so nervous. I'd panic whenever a learner raised his or her hand because I'd ask myself, what if this learner asks something that I don't know? And then in my head, I was thinking, if I don't know something, it simply means that the learners are going to view me in a negative way. The learners are going to view me as someone who does not know their work, as incompetent. But when time went by, as time went on, I've been a teacher for 9 years, mind you. So as time went by, I realized, no, I'm also human at the end of the day. I cannot know everything. I'm an English teacher. I'm not a walking dictionary. I don't know all the words, all the meanings of the words in the dictionaries. So if there's a word that the learners ask me, when my learners ask me about a certain word and I feel that I don't know the answer to it, I don't know the meaning of the word, I tell them, just take out your dictionary and look up the word. And when you find the answer, please just share with the class so that we all know what that word means. So don't be too hard on yourself. You're going to be challenged by learners. They're going to try and see what you know and what you don't know. And it's okay to tell them that I don't know, but let's go and find out together. Next point. Do not dress like learners. We know learners, they love those, the type of stores that our learners love. Mind you, I'm teaching high school learners. So most of them, I feel like we wear the same sizes. I wear the same sizes as most of them, rather. So the stores that they love buying we all know the stores that they like. They like Mr. Price. Mr. Price is for young children. Come on. But Mr. Price has clothes for grown-ups as well, but most kids love buying their clothes at Mr. Price. So avoid going to stores where most kids go. Because one thing, it's so annoying to come to work dressed up in something cute, thinking you're cute. And when you get to the classroom, a learner says, "Oh, ma'am, I have that." And then after break, another learner, "Oh, I have that." Like, it is so annoying. It is so annoying. And it makes you look like you don't have money. You wear clothes that kids wear. So, refrain from dressing like your learners. Refrain from going to stores that most of your learners go to. Go to Bofoshini, the shop at Holo. My ladies, go there and just leave body Mr. Price for the young ones. So, And then the next point I want to talk about, this one. You will be threatened by learners. Now, when I say threatened, there are small threats that you can overlook when maybe a learner has done something in the classroom and then you reprimand them and maybe they don't like the tone you used with them, and then they tell you that I'm going to tell my mom. Like, that one is fine. That is a threat that shouldn't shake you that much. Yes, they will tell their parents, and maybe their parents will take action by reporting you in the office, and then you will have a meeting, and then you'll be able to explain your side of the story, why you did what you did. Because, guys, we don't just shout at learners for no reason. We really do not just shout at learners we don't do it. But when you do it, it's because that learner has pushed you to, Well, that's how it works with me. But then I remember this other time, So this other time, I think it was my third year of teaching. So there was this girl in my classroom. The other problem, when you are a young teacher, guys, when I started teaching, I was so young, I was petite, I was so tiny. You'd swear I was one of the learners. So when you look like that, some learners tend to take advantage of you because they are not scared. They feel like they are not scared of you, So you can't do anything to them, type of thing. So I had this learner. I'm not gonna mention her name. Like, I still remember her name till today because that day it was just horrible. So this learner, I was handing out papers and then I forgot to give her a paper, but she was a troublesome learner, so I forgot to give her a paper. Okay, and then she said, "Ma'am, no, I'm fit." No, I'm fit. I'm like, okay, no, here's a paper. And then instead of just taking the paper, she decides to snatch it out of my hand. And then after snatching it, I then went back to sit down. And then as I'm sitting there, she then says, "Ma'am, on the paper cut, like the paper cut me." I'm like, "But I believe it's your fault because you snatched the paper out of my hand." And she was like, "No, you know what, ma'am?" And back then I was young. I loved going out every now and then like normal people do. So she was like, "I know the places you go to. I'm gonna, if I bump into you at that place one day, it's on." I'm like, "Child, are you threatening me?" And she's like, "Ma'am, there's this huge event that happens in Valcom every year." So she was like, and ma'am. I was like, I don't want to lie, I felt scared. I was like, okay, what if this child, she is serious? What if I do bump into her somewhere, Because she was those children who loved doing grown-up grown-ups things, like going out and like, yeah. So I was like, what if it happens? What if I actually bump into this child? What's going to happen? But then I decided, you know what, I'm not going to let it faze me. I'm not going to show her that I'm scared. So I just carried on with my work. I told her, you know what, that's your business. I'm not part of it. So I just carried on with my work and pretended as if nothing happened. And then, yeah, there was another time when she failed a test, and then she was like, I failed her because I don't like her. And I'm like, what did I do to show you that I don't like you? Thing is, you are a naughty child, and if you're a naughty child, I'm going to reprimand you. That's just basics. That's just how it is. Like, you can't be in the classroom talking about alcohol at school in the classroom. So when I reprimand her, she always felt like I was attacking her, but she was just one of those children who did not want to keep quiet in the classroom. So she felt like I don't like her because I was always on her case. And then when she failed, yeah, she was like, I'm going to report you to the district, to the Department of Education, blah, blah, blah. I was like, child. But yeah, that passed as well. And then that very same year, she left our school. I don't know where she went because she did not make it to the next grade. You know how these learners, when they fail a grade at one school, they move to another school. Yeah. Another point, the next point is that being a young teacher, it has its perks, but then it also has its disadvantages. So when you're the youngest, or if you look like you're the youngest, because where I work, I was the youngest for like 3 years. And after that, there were people getting hired and I stopped being the youngest. But I still looked like I was the youngest, So when you're young, be prepared to be sent around by your older colleagues. Be prepared to be sent around by your older colleagues. And I feel like they take advantage of your innocence. So now my advice to all the young teachers out there, when you go to work, you must remember that you are there to work, and everyone else there, no matter their age, they are your colleagues. They are not your parents. Out of respect, yes, you will do certain things, but if you feel that there are some things that you can't do that are disturbing your work, it is okay to say no. No matter the age, learn to say no. Don't be running around for everyone, because otherwise, child, learn to say no. Advice, stay away from the staff room. Stay in your classroom. You are here to work, you are here to teach. What are you doing chilling in the staff room? Why? Do your work, come to work, do your work, go home. Don't be too friendly with everyone, because that never really ends well. And this thing of people making friends at work, but I feel like it's not only with education or teaching. I think making friends at work, be it the police station, be it in medical, whatever, making friends has its downfall. Thing is, I always feel like when you are friends with people at work, the one thing that you're most definitely going to be talking about most of the time is other people, which is gossiping. And I hate gossiping. I really don't like gossiping. So I try by all means just to come to work, do my work, and go home. Like, I'm not here to make friends. I have friends back at home. So here at work, I'm here to work, and that's it. So my advice, if you want to become a teacher, if you want peace in your life, stay away from staff room gossips, stay away from making friends at work, do your work, and go home. Period. The next point, not everyone will like you. and that is okay. Do not try to be everyone's favorite. Don't even try it. It's not possible. It can't be done. You just do your best at being a teacher, a parent, a friend when they need one. Just be there for your learners. Some learners will hate you for absolutely no reason. They will hate you because of how you dress. They will hate you because of how you speak. They will hate you because of how you walk or whatever you have. So, like, guys, you must remember at the end of the day, we are teaching a lot of learners. So you can't expect each and every one of them to like you. And then another thing that you should refrain from doing is refrain from being friends with learners. Because the minute that they see that you are too friendly with them, that you are friends with them, because if they can come to you at any time and do whatever with you, they regard you as their friend. So you must have boundaries as a teacher. You can't let learners to be too free with you. There are things that they should not even feel comfortable with talking to you about. For example, if a learner comes to you and talks about another teacher to you, you must stop that learner immediately. You do not open up such spaces. And another problem with being too friendly with learners is that they lose the respect for you. Because they feel like, no, they are used to you, they are your friend. So it becomes very hard for you to try and control them in the classroom, because they would feel like this person, this teacher, she's my friend, so why would she reprimand me? So you'll find yourself reprimanding the same person over and over and over again, because they feel like they know you. They feel like you will never report them to the management or whatever, because they see you as their friend. So be a teacher. Yes, be there for your learners when they need to talk, but do not be their friend. You are not their friend. And like I said the first time, it's okay if don't be hard on yourself if you feel like there are people who are coming with bad energy or negative energy into your classroom. Do not carry that on your shoulders. Children have their own problems as well. Children also go through life the same way you do. So when they come into your class and they are acting up and you are feeling weird vibes with them, it's okay. Just do what you have to do. Teach them. Maybe that learner, something happened to him or her at home. You don't know. So don't always feel like when they are giving you attitude it's because of you. Sometimes it might be because of something that had happened in their lives, or something that had happened the previous day. So don't be too hard on yourself. And the next point, do not carry other people's anger. As teachers, yes, we will talk, we will talk about learners who are ill-mannered, and that is normal. A teacher will tell you about this specific learner, how the learner is ill-mannered. But one thing you should not do when you teach that learner is carry that hatred that your friend, your colleague told you about. Because children as well, they treat people differently. Children, they will treat you the way, let me rather say, children treat people differently. They study you. They study your personality, they study the type of person you are, and they treat you accordingly. If they know that you are someone who gets angry very quickly, and if they know which buttons to press, they are going to press them. If they know that you hate them or you don't like them, when they get into your class, they are going to be problematic. Now, why must I treat someone that I have never taught? Why must I treat that person badly because my colleague told me that this child is ill-mannered? I'm not going to do that. So with every child that you come across, if it's your first time teaching that learner, forget about everything that was said about the learner and judge the learner by yourself. Judge the learner by yourself. Because there are so many learners. Maybe some teachers would be complaining about them, saying this child is like this. But then when they come to my classroom, they are the sweetest thing ever. And then I wonder to myself, were we talking about the same person? Like, I'd be so confused. But that's why I'm saying learners study you. Learners, they will never treat all their teachers the same. I don't know why that is, but they will never treat us the same way. So just because another teacher does not like a specific learner, it does not mean you now must hate that learner. No, give that learner a chance in your classroom and you'd be surprised. And last but not least, very important to know, you are a lifetime learner. Learning should be part of your lifestyle. You can't be teaching the same thing. You can't be teaching a certain concept the same way year after year after year. It's going to get boring. Nah? It's going to get boring. We are evolving. Technology is improving. So you have to incorporate all these new things into your lessons. Check what is trending. Check what is going on in the world, in your country, and incorporate that into your lessons so that learners can relate to whatever that you are teaching. You can't be using examples of things that happened 50 years ago today. No, find something that is relevant today and use it in your lessons. So that's why I'm saying you are a lifetime learner. You can't stop learning as a teacher. Learning becomes a lifestyle. And sometimes it is okay to learn from your learners, because you'd be surprised at how much these learners know. So don't feel like just because you're a teacher, you know everything and you must be the only one who's always speaking in the classroom. No. Give children a chance to speak as well. Give them a chance to share their ideas, share things with you guys. You'd be surprised at how much these learners know. So always keep in mind that yes, you are the teacher, but as the teacher you can also be taught something. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Thank you very much for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again on my next video. Bye.